Contrary to popular belief, not every person remotely in league with the press can score the SXSW badge. So even though we love Elon Musk, brilliant, handsome, rich, wants to save humanity or at least portions of it, we experienced his SXSW keynote address via Engadget's live tweet. Thanks for the outstanding coverage, Engadget. The address took the form of an interview by tech curator Chris Anderson. If you're not familiar with Musk, he's the co-founder of Tesla and PayPal, founder of SpaceX, and apparently the inspiration for Tony Stark. In search of a spark, Robert Downey Jr. arranged a sit-down with Musk and director Jon Favreau during the nascent stages of Iron Man. Tesla Motors is what most frequently propels Musk into the news these days. The company is performing well and continues to ramp up production of its first mainstream vehicle. The Model S can be had at prices comparable to other luxury sedans. But Elon Musk has many interests. Among them is space travel, planted firmly in his wheelhouse. He has a degree in physics, a recommended field of study if you want to brush up on basic reasoning and critical thinking skills, and a cargo capsule moored at the International Space Station. At the keynote he shared an hours-old video of SpaceX's 10-story tall grasshopper rocket launching, hovering for 34 seconds at about 262 feet in the air and then touching back down with hardly a bobble. It's a remarkable display of how quickly the company's research into reusable rockets has progressed. Musk has said he'd love to travel into space and even die on Mars, just not on impact. It's clear he'd like you. And you to travel into space, too. During the chat with Anderson, Musk revealed a couple of newsworthy bits. Among them, plans to custom-build a launch for SpaceX, like a commercial airport for space, quite possibly in Brownville, TX. Musk is meeting with lawmakers while he's here to discuss changing legislation to address issues like the need to close the beach when they're launching a rocket, and protection against people filing lawsuits about the launches. Nevertheless, Texas appears to be the first and best choice at this time. And of course there are the cars. We attended Friday night's grand opening of the Tesla Gallery at the Domain. This is the second location of a Tesla brick-and-mortar in Texas. To call it a storefront would be inaccurate. Reps cannot discuss price. Everyone we queried responded with the same rehearsed language regarding state law, or even describe the means by which your shiny new Model S might be delivered. What they can do is educate you, in pretty impressive depth, about the technology that drives their cars. They can also sell you a Tesla t-shirt, cap, mug, or lunchbox. Spiffy. The event was staffed by at least a dozen Tesla employees from across the U.S. who answered questions as much as possible, gave tours of the Model S, and repeatedly wiped any and all gleaming surfaces with Tesla blue microfiber cloths. When the man himself arrived, Musk worked the room slowly and cordially, posing for photos and talking at length with everyone who approached. Currently, the gallery contains one Model S, which we found to be finished out well within a range of a comparable luxury sedan, and one vintage Tesla Roadster, their first production vehicle, more akin to a supercar, safely roped off from public prying. If you want to test drive the Model S, you have to go online, order a car, put down a fully refundable deposit, and wait for a call. The company seems to group buyers together into some manageable number as orders come in, and then host events where the called group can view and drive half a dozen or so of the cars, offered in a variety of finish outs. That said, if you catch a free U-Berks ride between now and March 13th, you've got a sporting chance at landing in a Model S. Maybe Musk himself will hook you up. Elon Musk. On the topic of pursuits, the things that I've chosen haven't been optimized on a risk-return basis. I didn't think these were great opportunities. I just thought that something needed to be done to make a difference. I focus on disruptive change,